Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was a typical start to the week at Studio 1A. The crew buzzed like bees on a caffeine rush. Al Roker reviewed his weather maps. Hoda Cobb flipped through cue cards. Sheinelle Jones laughed at something on her phone. And Craig Melvin? He wore a sly grin that suggested he was up to no good. But Savannah Guthrie didn't notice. Not yet. The day's rundown was packed. Politics, viral TikTok trends, the latest in wearable tech, and a segment ominously titled Hot Seat with the Hosts. Sounds spicy, Savannah had joked in the early meeting. She had no idea she'd soon be the one roasting. The idea had started as a joke. 2 weeks earlier, during a commercial break, Savannah had teased Craig for his dad dance moves during a cooking segment with a celebrity chef. "You looked like you were trying to wiggle out of a straitjacket," she giggled, barely holding it together. The entire studio erupted in laughter, Craig included. But in the recesses of his morning show mind, something was planted. Revenge, but make it lighthearted, charming, and broadcast to millions. So when the producers pitched the Hot Seat segment, a casual tea and a session where the co-hosts would answer random questions from fans and each other, Craig jumped at the opportunity. "I want to ask the first question," he said, eyes twinkling. The lights dimmed slightly as the Hot Seat segment began. They were all gathered on the plush white couches. Savannah in the middle, flanked by Craig and Hoda. Al and Sheinelle sat across from them, coffee mugs in hand, ready for mischief. Craig leaned forward. "All right, America. We asked you to submit questions for your favorite Today anchors. Nothing's off limits, kind of." The audience chuckled. "We're going to answer these live, on the spot," Hoda chimed in, "so brace yourselves." The screen behind him flashed. Question 1. Craig to Savannah. Savannah smiled confidently. "Bring it on." Craig cracked his knuckles. "Savannah," he said smoothly, "tell us about the time you almost got us kicked out of the White House press room because you tried to sneak cookies out of the Oval Office. Oh, and explain to the nation why you blamed me." The audience exploded. Savannah's face froze. Al dropped his mug. "Wait, what?" "Craig," Savannah gasped, laughing. "You promised you'd never tell that story." "That was before you mocked my dancing," Craig replied, beaming. Savannah leaned back, her cheeks flushed with equal parts laughter and embarrassment. Okay, I'll come clean." The studio went silent. "It was during the Obama administration," she began, "and we were there for a press briefing and to tape a segment on education. We had some time before our official taping, so we were invited to a small reception in one of the East Wing parlors." "Where they had?" Hoda prompted. "Cookies," Savannah confessed. "These ridiculously good peanut butter ones, shaped like the presidential seal." "They were not for guests to take home," Craig interjected, chuckling. "I thought it was like a hotel mint situation," Savannah defended. "So I wrapped 3 in a napkin, stuffed them in my purse, and told Craig, 'Let's sneak out before anyone sees.' But we got stopped by a Secret Service agent." Everyone gasped theatrically. "He asked what was in my bag," Savannah said. "I panicked. I pointed at Craig and said, 'They're his.' Craig threw his hands up. And just like that, I became the criminal cookie smuggler of the West Wing." The studio howled with laughter. "Way to stir the pot, Craig," Sheinelle teased. "But seriously," Savannah laughed, "that was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, and I still owe Craig 3 cookies."